track, baby, got another one. DUSE, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Jump on it, jump on it.
Jump on it, jump on it. Ride like Jackie, the hell smoking that loud, lace the yak with mama. Make your mama proud, popping it like shot. Turn up, it's a gangster party.
PT, ain't never popped a Mari, but if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hole like 22, boy, I'm a young Emmett. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge image. To the day they go before anything box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply change my route. On my hobby.
West. Welcome to the DAMU KIWE conversation. Home of the West Coast and the voice of the culture. It's Deuce Sims, the Don. Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all bang that like on the way in, man. I got the content for y'all. Hit that like button, man. Share, tell a friend. Let's share this thing real quick, man. I'm going to be sharing it real quick. While we doing this, man, I want to make sure that y'all see this. Come on, we going to start off like this. Let's take y'all back to where it happened. We going to get into this about Suge, man. You know what I'm saying? Suge, I talked to him a couple days ago. It's been about 2 days since I talked to him now. And it's just heavy on my mind, understanding how they got him up out the way. You know what I'm saying? Collapsing in court during the bail hearing and all of that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, bang that like button. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't see the background like y'all usually used to seeing and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at the people's at the family house, man.
There is some new and disturbing video that will impact the murder case against media mogul Suge Knight. The video obtained by TMZ shows the January 29th incident where Knight's truck apparently runs over the two men. The truck backs up, hits one man. Seconds later, the truck comes back and runs over that man. We've had to, digitize the video because it's very violent. And then it also runs over another. And one of the men who were run over died. Knight says that for his part, he was trying to get away because he thought he was being ambushed and might actually be shot. Suge Knight is expected back in court at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time today, and CNN's Paul Verkaman is at the courthouse in Los Angeles. Here with me, legal analysts Joey Jackson and Danny Savalos. Paul, first to you, what are we expecting? Because we're hearing now that Suge may have actually dismissed his attorney and is thinking of representing himself. Is that accurate?
Well, things change fast here in Los Angeles, Ashley. And what happened is Knight has already appeared. Knight walked into the courtroom and he basically notified everybody that his new attorney is Matthew Fletcher from Long Beach. And then Matthew Fletcher came downstairs after this very, very quick proceeding, one in which a bail hearing was set for the 20th or continued until then. And Fletcher got in front of this whole video issue. And Fletcher said repeatedly that this was a case where Suge Knight was lured to this hamburger stand and then was ambushed there. He said he thought by three men who were known gang members. Let's take a listen to what the new lawyer for Suge Knight had to say.
Suge Knight then puts his car in reverse, the gentleman hit, then he takes the easiest way out. He's not required to back out and reverse down the street. These guys were, my understanding of, active gang members. It's clearly a gun was removed from them.
Again, the new attorney for Suge Knight.
We is not going to get into the content until y'all start hitting that like button, bro. I don't know why we going through this every day. I see some of y'all in these other lives and y'all sending money. Y'all hitting the like. Y'all come over here and y'all just get lazy, spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Show some support, especially when we bringing y'all the content. We're going to show y'all a receipt on Dr. Dre paying someone who he says was security at the Straight Outta Compton, who lived right behind Tansberger We got the actual thing. Then we got the motion to the court where Dr. Dre, oh man, we ain't gonna give y'all all this. Bang that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the work. We got the work. Fuck us. A conspiracy theory and all of that. We got the work. How is Dr. Dre not even on the case with Suge Knight, but got attorneys filing motions to exclude evidence that incriminates him? And he won the motion. You know what I'm saying? They did not want to authenticate that the money payment came from him. Also, I got the paperwork on bone. You know what I'm saying? I also got the paperwork on bone. Hey, let me send this to the G homie. Because I told him I was gonna the G homie, shout out Big Messy Moore, man. Big Messy Moore, the G homie, man. He told me that if he told me when I go live, make sure I send him the thing, even though I know his bedtime be like 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? The G homie kind of old, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy that I got a G homie, you know what I'm saying, that's still that old, you know what I'm saying, that rocks with me. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep them young, you know what I'm saying? Let me send this to everybody, man. We definitely gonna get into this. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna get into this. Railroaded Suge, bro. It's nasty work. I don't know how everybody else don't even see it. Let me send some people share this live, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I shit, we can wait till tomorrow. Yeah, Dre is diabolical. Hold on, let me show y'all, man, because y'all gonna think that I'm playing over here. You know what I'm saying? Your mama's boyfriend. Now, this wasn't even supposed to be out. Yeah, the $20,000 bond definitely on paperwork. Oh yeah, we got the work on Cleveland Sloan too. Sloan, you know what I'm saying? Not too much on the older homie. Big Gus. Hey, Big Gus, salute to you, man. Make sure you share this, man. Y'all need to be sharing this. Let the good people know. I know it's New Year's. And for those that's at home smart, just be safe and stay out the way. Myron, salute. You know what I'm saying? To get up out the way. Because today is the devil's playpen, man. A lot of people don't make it into the next year because of this date. People drunk driving. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we got the content. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought that it was a game. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get over here. Oh wow. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Andre Young, CO, Negro, Carlin, and Siegel, Feinstein, payment $20,000. No description on what the payment's for. This was November 6, 2014. City National Bank, head office Roxbury Drive in Beverly Hills, California. Andre Young. Payment to Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson is the guy that lived right there behind Knob, who lived right there behind Hamburger. Man, bang that like button. Get the good people up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Southern Forest, salute to the DAMU KIWE fam, salute to you. I made it by the Most High grace and mercy, man. The Most High grace and mercy, man. That's a fact. Do y'all see what I just showed y'all? Bang that like button. Get the people up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want the content, don't y'all? Y'all be wanting the content, but y'all don't want to send no cash apps. Y'all be wanting the content, but y'all don't want to hit the like button. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta give something to give something. Give some ass to take some. You gotta give some ass to take some ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? This is for real, man. I'm finna get into this content. Salute. Dwayne Johnson does the rock bottom stone cold. You know what I'm saying? This is nasty work. wow, this death row situation goes deeper down the rabbit hole. It goes deeper down the rabbit hole, and they wanted Suge out the way. And they got him. Now I just see how they did Big U. This is a constant thing. See, all of them is Suge babies. Big U, CS2 back, Veggie Wrong, all of them come from that era. And little by little, they find a way to trick them up off the street. What? Yeah, you got to get some bass, take some bass. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to work on Cleabone Sloan. We finna get into it. We're going to make y'all wait. Bang that like button. You know what I'm saying? What up, everybody? T Will. Oh, yeah, let me, Happy New Year. What up, babe? Bro, I noticed that Snooper Duper and Dr. Dre is laying low. Well, Snooper Duper got exposed by Daz Dillinger, CS2 badges. What's up? Shout out to the Ruler Report, man. You know what I'm saying? CS2 badges. You know what I'm saying? All of these dudes was death row flunkies or henchmen. You know what I'm saying? Simon says, when Simon says something, you gonna do what Simon says, and that's your ass, Mr. Postman. So here go the paperwork on Cleabone Sloan. The people of California, certified copy. Y'all see the authenticity? This is January 29th, 2015. That's Booger's birthday. That's my little brother Booger's birthday. King Buck Wild starts it all. See, well, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Somebody come in here and they come in off the top with a $10 super chat. King Buck Wild, man, with the $10 super chat, man. Hey, brother, everything donated to the DAMU KIWE conversation is appreciated. Let's see if we can keep this going, because I'm finna give y'all some good content. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, really appreciate that, King Buck Wild, man. Southern Force is with us. Shout out to Southern Force. How you doing, brother? I can't hear you.
I'm doing, it's all good, brothers.
Okay, I'm glad. That's what I'm. Salute. Binky Mac, thank you for becoming a YouTube member after all this time. I hope Suge releases that audio with Snoop. Oh, he got some shit. The union's in the building. Hit that like button. Whoa, bro, Happy New Year, Dr. Y, African God, Moses. You know what I'm saying? Beaky Mac, ET. Do you think all these guys played a major part in Suge's downfall? Hell yeah, bro. It was a underlay for the overlay. He don't appreciate that $10. The union knows best. Man, stop hating. Big Gov, CS2 Badges is a hell of a rapper name for a rat rapper. F the union. Salute to DUSE, like, share, and support the channel. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Griffin, salute. Happy New Year's to you, brother. So let's get into this paperwork, because it's nasty. So on Booger's birthday, this is at Francis Medical Center, St. Francis Medical Center, Linwood, California. Transcribed by, hold on, let me see, Catherine Henry Sexton. CSR number 13662. Ooh, we finna get into this paperwork. Detective Hernandez. This is Detective Hernandez. I'm at St. Francis Hospital, and I'm going to be recording a conversation between a guy by the nickname of Bones. His true name is unidentified male, Clee Sloan. Middle name of Daniel, a male, black. Date of birth, 5/22/63. Detective Hernandez, he's in the ER at St. Francis. Are you all right? Meds kicking in yet? Mr. Sloan, nah, hell nah. I'm in pain. I feel like I've been run over by a truck, but I have been. Detective Hernandez, telling you right now, I'm surprised you made it. Did you see the size of that truck? Mr. Sloan, I did, dude. I saw it. Detective Hernandez, what kind of truck was it? Was it a F4 or, Mr. Sloan, an Explorer? It ran me over. I had all my faculties. I thought my hips were broken. I felt like my hips snapped. Then I saw the white lights come on, and I was trying to get out the street, but I was like paralyzed, seemed like. Detective Hernandez couldn't even move. Mr. Sloan couldn't move. I was like, Lord, please don't let this piece of shit, not him. Detective Hernandez, when we got cut off, you were telling me about how you ran into him at Tams. Tell me how that happened. So here already we got evidence of a prior conversation with your mama's boyfriend, with Clebone Sloan and his detective. Even though we forced 2 draws off this Gregorian calendar, you're right. But HNY, Do Sims, an honor to the chat, man. Your mama's boyfriend, salute to you. We got another super chat. King Buckwild, $10 super chat for the work you put in, OG. Hey, listen, man, I really appreciate that. Everything donated to the DAMU KIWE conversation is appreciated. Now, y'all continue to hit that like button and share. 42 people in the chat, only 24 likes. Get them likes up. Get them, Luke Gage. Lou from the Lou to the squad that just came in. If you're just coming in, bang that like button, man. We getting to it. So, Clebone Sloan had already talked to this detective before. He wanted them to take off from where they left off at. He said they were standing in the middle of that street right in front of Tams, right in front of the house over there on the Tam side, the drive-through side where the driveway is. So they were just like 20 yards, east of the driveway, standing there. So when I came in, I pulled in front of Tams and came around. The drive-throughs over there. Detective Hernandez. Yeah. Mr. Sloan, I came the wrong way. Hold on, man. My phone is tripping. The feds be trying to record my shit. Google Siri. But I came the wrong way around that drive-through. Detective Hernandez. Okay. Mr. Sloan, when I was going to make that right, when I was going down Rosecrans, to make that right, I saw his truck sitting there. And I just got enraged. I swooped up into the lot, but they still didn't see me, and he saw my car, but he didn't know what I drove, so everybody knows my car had the back. So I get out the car, and he's like, fuck on you, Bone, and shit, get out of my fucking detective. Was this? So now he's admitting that he's seen Suge and he came looking for an issue, right? He spotted Suge truck and he comes with an issue. And he's saying that Suge is telling him, so I get out my car and he's like, fuck on you, Bone, and shit, get out my fucking Detective Hernandez. Was this Mr. Sloan? He was doing all the talking and those fags was listening. And so he looked up and saw me and I said, get your ass up. You fucked me up now. And he was like, oh man, I ain't got. And I was like, I just fired on him. I shouldn't have fired on him, man. Got fucking Terry killed. So he's owning up to being the cause of Terry ending up getting accidentally killed. Detective Hernandez, when you guys were fighting, was he fighting back or was he just, Detective Hernandez, was he bitching up, just taking it? Mr. Sloan, he hit me a couple times. He hit me, but I stood on the second incident. I think I got on the running board somehow, and I got him 2 good ones. He said, I'm going to kill you. And I was like, not today. And Detective Hernandez, did he reach for any gun or anything? Mr. Sloan, you know what? I kind of seen him reaching for something, and that's why I kind of stayed on him, because he was reaching for something. So now he's trying to put the pistol or act as if he believed there was a pistol on Suge. Man, bang that like button. That's why I kind of stayed on him, because I had committed. I had engaged him. So I stayed on him. That's why I stayed on him, because I had seen him. I was trying to fight and reach. Sorry if I was Detective Hernandez. No, don't worry. He's apologizing to the police. Yeah, and that's why I kind of stayed on him, because I thought he probably had a gun. Stayed on him so he couldn't get the gun. And once I was going to break and run, when he pulled the gun out, somehow I ended up on the ground. That's where it's blurry. And you know, I just can't say, man, you know, I mean, you and I know what it is. You and I know what it is. Sound like one of them rats, don't it? Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. King Buck Wild is crushing them with the super chats early. Show me you appreciate this content, though. Hit that like button. Nina 13 is me. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Admission to a crime. It's bones fought for that whole thing. Facts. That's assault. Facts. Suge was alone. Correct. Correct. Did he admit to having a gun? We finna get to that. Hit the like button. That shit free. Hit that like button. It's free. Telling this shit. Wow. Exactly. Rat. Exactly. So, how did you end up? You guys were fighting. I don't know how I ended up on the ground. It's blurry. Did you think he backed up? Did you see him hit the stick to reverse or anything? Mr. Sloan. I remember when I got on, somehow I reached in and tried to, like he was trying to do something. I don't know if he was going to go forward or backwards. I hit him. I tried to reach for it too. Detective Hernandez for like Mr. Sloan, the gear stick. So he's saying that while he's on the thing, he thinks Suge reaching for a burner and he hit the gear stick. So if Suge was trying to go forward or backwards, he's not even in control. Bone didn't hit the thing. So Terry getting ran over on accident wasn't even just Suge backing up. It's also this nigga Bone hitting the gear stick. This is crazy. And he's on the street, but Suge is in jail with 28 years. This is crazy, bro. Detective Hernandez, the gear stick, yeah. Mr. Sloan, somehow, Detective Hernandez, the gear stick is on the floor or next to the wheel. Mr. Sloan, next to, I think it's on the right on the seat, right beside him. Okay, up high though. That's all I remember, man. He hit me in the face and I reached in there. And the next thing I know, I was on the ground. And I'm not fucking on you seriously. I don't remember how I got on the fucking grass. You know what I mean? Assumption it was probably him. But I can't say for sure it was him. And I don't want to say it was him unintelligible. That's who I am. You know what I mean? But I'm sure whoever is driving that truck, the family is going to reveal it. Unintelligible. I'm sure of that. Whoever is driving that fucking truck, I'm sure there's some people in that corner that love Terry. Terry friends are back there. Marvin Kinsey. Oh, Ayatollah Mar. Detective Hernandez, I hope so. Mr. Sloan, right? Fucking Marv Kinsey, right? Those motherfuckers know what's up. So now he not only, he's giving up Ayatollah Marv name. Detective Hernandez, was Marvin Kinsey at the shoot too? Mr. Sloan, no, I didn't see him there. I mean, that group of guys saw the whole shit. I just lost it, man. I shouldn't have did that, man. Detective, so now he's put Ayatollah Marv at the crime, at the scene of the crime, at the scene of a murder, bro. Hit that like button. Muddy Waters, whoop. Happy New Year, family members. Deuce, my brother from another. That cat chat, wrench gang, salute. The rest of you bums. Dude admitted to intending assault and should have had self-defense. Right, word is Bone has titanium in his arm, so that day should. That's crazy. That's nasty work, bro. Super nasty. Bone should be charged with manslaughter as well. As an outsider, it seems as if Suge was attacked and took 2 self-preservation tactics to live to tell the tale. But what do I know, man? That's what it sounds like to me too, bro. Bone, 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 bone. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't no place to hide, when judgment come for you. Now, Raider told Buddy his last party on some Italian shit. OG Paru always talking shit on Suge. Salute, Bulls Light, salute, 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 bro. So, back to Bone, you know what I'm saying? So now he done put Ayatollah Marv at the scene of the crime. You may be right to a certain extent. I mean, what he did was on him. You know what I mean? If it went the way it is, they say it was, that was on him. So, I mean, that's what we're trying to get to, you know. So the detective is leading him to blame Suge. Mr. Sloan, damn. He's shocked, like, damn, this nigga said it's all on him. Everybody should blame him, the driver, right? This was a fix from the get-go. Detective Hernandez, but hey, did he have anybody with him for sure? Mr. Sloan, in that car or truck? Detective Hernandez, in that car, he didn't, right? Mr. Sloan, no one was in that car or truck. He was pleading his case and telling them. Detective Hernandez, to who though? Mr. Sloan, to Terry Carter, Marvin, all those guys. And everybody was standing right there. He was talking to those guys. Whoever that is, please, my foot. Detective Hernandez, they're trying to work on somebody. Somebody just got shot over there. Mr. Sloan, sorry to hear that. So basically, he's telling them, like, you know, him and me, we did supposed to do this. We did supposed to do this unintelligible every fucking time. He's been ducking it. He ducks it every fucking time. Detective Hernandez, yeah. Mr. Sloan, so this ain't the first time we squared off. He's into me or some bullshit. You know, I came over that wall. He said, I'll fuck Bones up. And I just lost it, you know. I was trying to open the door. He closed it back, and I fired on him. The rest of it, man, so sorry, man. Detective Hernandez, you lost a lot of weight too, right? Mr. Sloan, well, it fluctuates. You know, I'm big. That's all. Detective Hernandez, what I'm saying is, how much do you weigh? You weigh about 200, Mr. Sloan. Well, I wish I'm 185. Detective Hernandez, you're 185 and he's Mr. Sloan. I'm on an Insure diet right now. I'm trying to pick my shit up. I got Insure in my car. Every time I'm 185, 190 at the most. Detective Hernandez, and you were taking on a dude that's like 6. He's like 6'6". Mr. Sloan, all I fight is dudes. All I fight is bullies. You ask anybody out there, that's my job. You know what I mean? I rarely get one-on-ones. Always get 4 or 5 guys. Talk to anybody on the streets. I'll fight anybody. But he's, because I'm so skinny, he didn't want to take that loss. Detective Hernandez, yeah. Mr. Sloan, I fight a lot, man. I mean, not a lot, but I fight. And I'm not bragging or boasting or nothing, just the business I'm in and the streets I'm in and all that shit, and my past gang banging and all that shit, you know what I mean? I try to keep it on. Some fighting shit, beat up. But there's some shit, most big motherfuckers don't have fights because they're so big, you know what I mean? This guy had muscle. After that fight, unintelligible. Most big motherfuckers, they can talk shit and people cower. Right. Detective Hernandez, they're scared. Mr. Sloan, yeah, but you know, I've been calling them out for a long time, you know? Detective Hernandez, so you think you'll go to Vegas right now? Mr. Sloan, I think we'll push to Vegas. This probably is going to be on the media, huh? Detective Hernandez, it's all over the news right now, man. Mr. Sloan, goddamn media, right? My name? Hernandez, hopefully not Terry's because his family's there. They're flipping out on that. That's the first thing the mom told him. The daughter said it's all over the news. Everybody is going to find out about my dad. I didn't even know about it. She told me about it, Mr. Sloan. But you're assuming they said me. Detective Hernandez, no, your shit is all over the news. Yeah, unintelligible. So this is going to be something that's, until we catch this guy, you know it's going to be stupid. Mr. Sloan, on the news, my family, man. Detective Hernandez, right now, what you got to worry about is you made it and get better. Sloan, thank God. Detective Hernandez, you got family? Mr. Sloan, right here in LA. Detective Hernandez, yeah. Mr. Sloan, I was born here. My son is Detective Hernandez, unintelligible. Mr. Sloan, I don't want him to know. Think I could walk out of here? Detective Hernandez, the media is going to be all over the parking lot, I'll bet. But I'm not going to be the only one talking to you. You'll have detective from homicide because Terry, homicide is involved. So now it's a homicide on Terry. That's crazy. Mr. Sloan, of course. So you know, Mr. Sloan, are they still filming or they're rapping? They wrapped it. Detective Hernandez, as soon as they got word, see, this is the thing now because everybody knows each other. They knew about that argument. And whoever was over there during the argument and the whole fight between you guys, when he took off on you and Terry, whenever that happened, someone ran over back to the street and let them know that this had just happened to you and Terry, and you guys were laying on the ground. So as soon as that happened, they ran over there and they wrapped it. They wrapped the whole shoot. Mr. Sloan, they ran us over. I got to get out of here today, man. I cannot stay here. If I got a little fracture or something, I'm telling you, I stood up out there for a minute. Thank God I'm alive. Oh, my God. Detective Hernandez, you should thank somebody. I'm telling you right now, the size of that truck, dude, Mr. Sloan, I swear when that truck went over me, unintelligible. When I was tripping over me, I saw my face. Looks like I had a mirror and I was blinking and I could see myself and I saw I was alive. Detective Hernandez, what was that from? The paramedics? No, when everything happened. I see, Mr. Sloan, I was blinking and I saw some weird shit. I saw myself and I was blinking and I knew I was alive. I couldn't move my legs and I saw the white, saw the reverse. Detective Hernandez, where on your body did this wheel run over you? Mr. Sloan, felt like from here down. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. Felt like hips were broken. Detective Hernandez, yeah, because the front or the back wheel must have hit you. Mr. Sloan, definitely, both tires, definitely. Both tires ran over me. Detective Hernandez, you didn't feel the second time when he backed up over you or anything like that? Mr. Sloan, I don't think he backed over me, did he? I'm not sure of that. Did people say he backed over me? Detective Hernandez, that's what we're trying to get. Some are saying he did again. Mr. Sloan, I did see the white lights. So now he's concurring. Let's back this up. First, he gave a description about Man, what's up with my charger, bro? Computer finna cut off and some more shit, homie. So first he gave a description about who ran him over. He gave a description of the truck, and then he said that this was a big nigga and all he fight is bullies. You know what I'm saying? So now he put Ayatollah Marv at the crime scene, right? Then after he did that, now he's talking about he ran over him twice. He do remember seeing that. He allowed the police to lead him to remembering this because he never said he remembered it at first. This is the type of shit that they do when they lining somebody up. They lead you to the answers that they want you to say. Yeah, when he ran over me, boom, boom. Let me ask you this. Whoever ran over me, they ran over me like I'm like this on my back. So it just moved my body. My body did the whole 360, rolled over. And now I can see the truck that hit me. I can see it. I see the white lights in reverse. Oh, see, Mr. Sloan, I saw the reverse and I start Detective Hernandez. What direction was he going in reverse then? He probably turned. Mr. Sloan, I don't know. Detective Hernandez, maybe he hit Terry. Mr. Sloan, I don't know. I didn't know Terry was hurt, you know? I don't know. Somebody started grabbing me or whatever, and I just kept saying Terry, and I'm looking up. I don't know if Terry was in the way. I don't know, but they were all over standing in the street when the fight broke out. Then we ended up in the driveway. Terry got fucked up. It's on the news, though. He's steadily worried about whether it's on the news or not. Unintelligible. Mr. Sloan, oh, man, my family, my kids. Detective Hernandez, it's on Channel 7 News right now. I don't know if you can. Mr. Sloan, are they saying his name? Detective Hernandez, they should have. They should have. Oh, man, people probably think I'm dead. Detective Hernandez, his family has already been notified. Mr. Sloan, Terry, Detective Hernandez, yeah. Mr. Sloan, I don't want my kid to know shit. Detective Hernandez, there's not going to be any service. Mr. Sloan, a gunshot, black, Latino, I don't want it to be on the news anyway. Detective Hernandez, the family, that's why they were crying, because they said that it's all over the news and they didn't want their dad to be all over the place. That's why I was telling you, at this point, I understand the whole hood thing and I know who you are, but Mr. Sloan, let's do this. Let's reference cameras and all that shit and Terry and the whole thing. Shit, I'm not going to leave Terry hanging. You know what I mean? Let's reference that first. You know what I mean? Detective Hernandez, there's still lots to do. A lot of guys working on this. I'm only one, Mr. Sloan, unintelligible. So basically he's saying, let's see if the camera shows it first. I'm not going to leave Terry hanging like that. I'm going to cooperate if need be. You know what I'm saying? And then Detective Hernandez, I know you're not being difficult, Mr. Sloan. I don't think I'm hard and shit like that. Hope Terry is all right, man. Detective Hernandez, anything you want me to do? Mr. Sloan, no, man. I don't want unintelligible. Detective Hernandez, did you have a phone or anything? I think I lost my phone. Detective Hernandez, what kind of phone did you have? iPhone, iPod, whatever. Detective Hernandez, well, they did find a phone there. Mr. Sloan, is probably mine and my keys. They couldn't find my keys in my car, so they're probably there too. Detective Hernandez, is there going to be any taxes, insurance, or anything on your phone? Mr. Sloan, no, I don't know. I don't know. It was just when we seen each other, that piece of shit, you know, that's it. Detective Hernandez, I'll be back. Mr. Sloan, sorry, man. Detective Hernandez, no, don't be. The next guys to talk to you, I'll come back with them. He's cool. Be cool. Mr. Sloan, okay. So he's apologizing to the police and all kind of other stuff. Let's see what the good people talk about, man. Bang that like button, bang that like button, bang that like button. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Bulls Light 1-800-BRICK City. Salute Muddy Water. If you're on IG, go ahead and pull up on YouTube or Twitch. He has a good relationship with that cop. Definitely do. Muddy, salute. The Elroys are leading him and giving him talking points, but he seemed dumb not to craft it like they wish. Yeah, he definitely wasn't catching on that they were leading him to the story that they wanted to run with. He basically snitched. Oh, he did a little more than just basically snitch. Why they didn't like Suge? Well, the industry didn't like Suge because he got Mary J out of her fucked up contract. He got Jodeci out of their fucked up contract. he got Dr. Dre out of his fucked up contract. You know what I'm saying? See, Suge understood something that a lot of y'all squares don't understand. And that in negotiations, even with business, bro, you got to always have that threat, that intimidation factor, that if they disrespect you and like you just a nigga, a regular nigga, that you gonna crack they motherfucking cranie. You know what I'm saying? And Suge understood that like nobody else in the game did, bro. You know, so they hated that. He terrorized Jimmy Iovine, right? Boy saying names, oh hell no, Lover Boy TJ, salute. You know what I'm saying? So this is nasty work. Hold on, let's get to this. Right? So let's go here real quick. Nasty work. So this is CBC. Suge Knight murder case. Witness doesn't want to snitch on rap mogul. A little too late for that. First day you already doing this. You know what I'm saying? Cleavon Sloan testifies at a hearing he punched Knight before the deadly January 27 incident. A man who Marion Knight ran over told authorities he was mad at the former rap music mogul and punched him through the window of the truck before an encounter that left his friend dead. Clee Sloan, Bone, testified Monday about the day he and his friend Terry Carter were hit by a pickup truck driven by Knight, the co-founder of Death Row Records. But Sloan refused to identify Knight as the man behind the wheel when he was struck outside a Compton burger stand on January 29th. He said he didn't remember specifics of the fight and does not want to be a snitch. I will not be used to send Suge Knight to prison, Sloan, an advisor on the upcoming film Straight Outta Compton, said, adding that he was only on the stand because he was subpoenaed. Knight, 49, was a key player in the gangster rap scene that flourished in the 1990s, and his label once listed Dr. Dre, Tupac Shakur, and Snoop Dogg among its artists. Knight lost control of the company after it was forced into bankruptcy. He has prior felony convictions for armed robbery and assault with a gun. He pleaded no contest in 1995 and was sentenced to 5 years probation for assaulting two rap entertainers at a Hollywood recording studio in 1992. Sloan's testimony was offered during a preliminary hearing Monday, during which a judge will determine whether there's enough evidence for Knight to stand trial on murder, attempted murder, and hit-and-run charges. Authorities contend Knight intentionally hit Sloan and Carter, but Knight's attorney, Matt Fletcher, says his client was ambushed and was trying to escape an attack when he hit the men. Superior Court Judge Ronald Cohen, he got a small hat judge. The fix was in from the get-go. Recessed the hearing and said it will resume Thursday morning when he will rule on whether the case should go to trial. Sloan suffered 2 fractured ankles, a serious cut to his head, 2 torn ligaments to his knees, and a shoulder injury. Every day I try to forget it, Sloan said. I just know I screwed up and Terry's dead. Sloan's memory troubles prompted Cohen to comment at one point on his testimony, I find that this witness is being deceptive. So the small head judge saying, well, he's being deceptive, talk about he don't know who it was and what it was. So the judge already made his mind up that this is Suge that's on that camera and that Suge did it on purpose, right? Sloan's faltering memory on the witness stand was contrasted by a lucid account of the events that led to his injuries with detectives on January 29th in an hour-long recorded interview. Sloan quickly recalled details and told detectives how he attacked Knight twice in the burger stand parking lot. He told detectives that Knight told him he was going to kill him after he, Sloan, landed a blow and said he responded, "Not today." He told detectives he wanted justice and would testify, but that he didn't want to be the guy who says Knight killed Terry, according to the audio of the interview played in court. So he got preliminary hearing, he doesn't want to testify, he don't want to snitch because it's public now, right? But behind closed doors, this nigga was implicating this nigga, the car, the size he was, who was at the crime scene and all kind of shit, and said he wasn't going to let Terry die like that. He was going to cooperate. You know what I'm saying? He even made a date with the other police officers and told him he'll be there with him. You know what I'm saying? So Sloan's conflicting statements show the difficulty of prosecuting Knight, who was once of the music industry's most feared names, and who prosecutors say has a history of witness intimidation. Cohen also watched several minutes of surveillance video from outside the burger stand, including the moments when Knight's truck ran over Sloan and Carter. Sloan agreed when Knight's attorney asked him whether he attacked Knight, who hadn't been violent towards him. The former gang member turned film consultant planned to invoke his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination during part of his testimony, but a prosecutor granted him limited immunity. Afterwards, Sloan said he still did not remember what occurred before his confrontation with Knight. He denied he brought a gun to the fight. So they gave him limited immunity, nigga. He denied he brought a gun to the fight, as Fletcher and one of Knight's previous attorneys have suggested. So he had limited immunity, and he denied that he had the blower. He was sentenced in February 1997 to prison for violating terms of that probation by taking part in a fight at a Las Vegas hotel hours before Shakur was fatally wounded in a drive-by attack as he rode in Knight's car just east of the Las Vegas Strip. Shakur's slaying remains unsolved. Knight faces up to life in prison if convicted of killing Carter. Knight is being held on $25 million U.S. bail, an amount Fletcher has argued is excessive. So then they give him a $25 million bail and wouldn't lower the bail. This is nasty work, bro. This is how they line you up. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely set him up. They definitely set him up.
Let's get them likes up. Let's see what the chat is talking about, man. This is nasty work.
Yeah, man, this shit crazy.
Steffi Weffy, salute. Y'all hit that like button. Steffi Weffy. Suge got railroaded, man. That's a fact. Nasty work. Trying to snitch in the dark. Yeah, he's snitching in the dark like Rod Zay. Rico the Rat Rod Gay. I heard audio of some guy saying that was set up by Reggie and Wack, and Dr. Dre was going to pay for it. They was going to kill him, and this death was going to help boost promotion for the movie. Ways, shout out to the DAMU KIWE conversations. And the whole entire chat, shout out to the Blue Ridge Mob, man, always on their job. Got a boy M, it got the right people involved. Marv always talking trash about Suge, but he got on the stand and said he picked the gun up off the ground. Trust nobody. DUSE, he had limited immunity, so his 302 is a 151. Let me see. I don't know what a 151 is. I know that the 302 is what they the statement that they make to the police, like a proffer, right? The statement made to the police. So look, let's go over here and go to this. So Suge has been on this campaign trying to get what's called a manslaughter, right? So let me go here real quick and get back to this. And he's saying that Jimmy Iovine and Andre Young paid Dwayne Johnson, who is a dude that they call Nah, right? Who lived right there where they were at. And Bone to kill him. $20,000 payment. They saying that this dude, Nah, was security. Security, right? $20,000 payment for security. This is some nasty work. I don't know no security firm that's getting a $20,000 check.
Hell no.
And it's not even sent to a security firm. It's sent straight to the dude's name.
Yeah.
So where you go? What come to your mind there? I want to hear what you saying on that.
Oh yeah, let me slide out here and give my piece on this one because this is crazy. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, first of all, how in the hell y'all gonna give this man a charge for self-defense? Because even let's just say allegedly, if that Suge Knight was identified, right? We're gonna say allegedly, right? How is it that y'all hit him with the charge for self-defense? Because the guys, what I seen from the video, the guys were trying to attack him. They was coming for him. So I never
Right.
understood that. Like, how the hell y'all charge him? But then I put two and two together. They used that as a scapegoat so they can hem him up. That's why he didn't get a fair shake on none of that case. Because they already had in their minds that, hey man, he done screwed us over in the industry. I got friends and they got friends, and they told us to do something. So they
Right.
ended up doing it and lined them up, set them up. I think that case need to be brought back up again because there's no way, even when I first seen it to now, there's no way y'all could put that on that man where it was an act of self-defense. His life was in danger. Because I don't know nobody who's in that situation wouldn't have pretty much did the same damn thing. So what are we doing? What are we doing on this? That's why I'm like, man, this is the lineup, and then oh boy, how the hell you gonna sit there? This is what kills me. You sit there and try to come for this man, and then backdoor and become a witness. Fuck around and wrote a statement, sung like a canary, but you was the man that had to plot the jug on this man. That's crazy. This is ridiculous. And these are the cats. These are the cats. Oh, they're supposed to be solid though. Nasty work, man. Nasty work.
Nasty work. LA got some sores and warts that a lot of people ain't been able to see. But we do Sims. I'm from the land, bro. We finna expose all this fuck shit. It's time to separate the weeds from the motherfucking crops, man. Can you qualify for involuntary manslaughter? And then we got the paperwork for a motion that Dr. Dre wrote. So check this out. So this one right here is just Booty Rule was joking to lighten up the mood. Heavy how Suge was openly fucked over, man. Man, it's nasty, homie. Booty Roo, 82.95, 9.99. Happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year's, Booty Roo. Salute to you. Sang like SWV. So look at this though. So you got this thing right here, the $20,000, and do not cash this unless you see the true watermark. This is from November 6, 2014. It's signed by Andre Young. You know what I'm saying? That's his signature, right? To Dwayne Johnson, right? Andre Young. This is Dr. Dre paying Dwayne Johnson $20,000 for security. And this is the house where they invited Suge to, saying that it was a payment from Ice Cube and Dr. Dre for using his likeness in a Straight Outta Compton movie. This shit is nasty work, homie. You know what I'm saying? So then you got hold on. There's one more thing that we supposed to show. It's a motion. Let me see. Is this the motion? Let me see. Is this the motion? No, this is another what you call it. I'm finna get it for y'all real quick. Hey, but real quick, let me get back to that super chat. The Happy New Year Booty Roo, man. Thanks a lot. Everything donated to the DAMU KIWE conversation is appreciated, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let me get this real quick. Andre Young, who is not on this case, right? He is not on this case, bro. But he has a motion in the case to stop the jurors in the court from seeing whether or not that check that I'm just showed y'all was real. This is what happened. And guess what? That same judge, the small hat, didn't allow them to authenticate whether or not the check was real. I'm finna read that motion to y'all right now, bro. This is nasty work. Thank you, Steffi Weffy. Appreciate your support also. Andre Young, reply motion. Here it go. Let me go ahead and make sure that y'all can see this. Oh, this is nasty work, man. Is that not conspiracy? Just asking for the answer. Man, listen, bro. Of course it's not gonna be conspiracy because they tricked them off the streets. That was the whole move. So, boom, here it go. Let's go ahead and do this. Bang that like button, man. It's New Year's. So here goes the attorney number, Shefford, Kim, and Harris, people of the state of California, plaintiffs versus Marion Knight, a non-party. Andre Young's reply in support of motion to quash subpoena DUSE's TCOM for business records served by Marion Knight on a non-party City National Bank. So they had this hearing October 6, 2017. This is a motion from Andre Young, a non-party to the case. Introduction. Knight cannot compel the production of Young's constitutionally protected financial records. Knight's opposition was untimely and should be disregarded. B, Knight failed to meet his burden. He's trying to prove his burden. He already showed the check. 1, Young's financial records are constitutionally protected. 2, Knight failed to identify any need for the requested records. 3, Knight proved that disclosure of Young's personal financial information is unnecessary. 3, the conclusion. Introduction. Defendant Marion Knight's third attempt to obtain access to non-party Andre Young's private financial records is unjustified. Knight concedes, as he must, that Young has a constitutionally protected privacy right in his financial records. Yet Knight seeks to invade Young's privacy rights based on conjecture and meritless and defamatory allegations wholly unrelated to any legitimate defense or any other issue of consequence in the case. Because Young's constitutionally protected financial records are not relevant to any issue in this case, Knight cannot meet his burden to show that he is entitled to the requested discovery. Indeed, Knight's untimely opposition brief and the declaration submitted in support of the subpoena fail to supply any facts to support any intrusion of Young's private financial affairs. Because the California Constitution provides an inalienable right to privacy in one's financial affairs, and also because Knight fails to identify any justification, let alone a compelling need for the disclosure of Young's constitutionally protected financial information, Young respectfully requests that the court grant his motion to quash. Knight cannot compel the production of Young's constitutionally protected financial record. 8, Knight's opposition was untimely and should be disregarded. So Suge, he got ineffective counsel. His lawyers filed the opposition too late on account of Knight's failure to seek leave of court to file his untimely opposition or otherwise excuse his failure to file and serve his opposition within the time period prescribed by the rules of court. The court should disregard it pursuant to Rule 4.111 and the October 6, 2017 hearing date. Young's opposition must have been filed by September 29, and served on Young for delivery by the close of business on October 2nd, 2017. Knight did not file his opposition until October 3rd, 2017. Knight's untimely opposition deprived Young of the time required to prepare and file his reply papers in the time prescribed by Rule 4.111. Accordingly, because Knight's untimely opposition deprived Young of the opportunity to have his reply papers properly considered by the court, and Knight failed to seek leave of court to file his untimely opposition, this court should refuse to consider Knight's untimely papers and grant Young's motion to quash. Even if the court were to consider Knight's untimely opposition, Young is entitled to an order granting his motion to quash. Knight failed to meet his burden. Knight claims without reference to any authority that he need only show that the requested documents will lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. See op at 5. Knight is mistaken. Knight, as a criminal defendant seeking discovery, must make a showing of good cause before obtaining access to any documents, let alone constitutionally protected financial records. And they cite People versus Blair. Generally, a criminal defendant must present specific facts supporting a plausible justification for the requested discovery. Then they cite Pacific Light and Leeson versus Super Court. However, when a discovery request seeks information implicating the constitutional right of privacy to order discovery simply on a showing of that Code of Civil Procedure, Sections 2017.010, test for relevance has been met, is an abuse of discretion. Williams versus Super. Thus, even in civil context, the case upon which Knight relies in his untimely opposition, Williams expressly held that production of private information cannot be justified merely on the showing that the requested documents will lead to the discovery of admissible information. Accordingly, as a criminal defendant seeking discovery, Knight bears the burden to show that good cause exists for the disclosure of any records requested by a subpoena. Here, because the requested records are Young's constitutionally protected financial information, Knight's burden is even higher. He must present specific facts showing a compelling need for the requested records. Knight cannot meet that burden. As explained in Young's motion, the production of Young's constitutionally protected records is unnecessary. Knight's untimely opposition proves that he does not need the records to continue his investigation, nor does he need the records to prepare for trial. Young's financial records are constitutionally protected. In an attempt to avoid his burden relying on the requirements articulated in Hill versus National Collegiate Athletic Association, Knight argues that he is entitled to the requested records unless Young proves that his financial records are private. Knight's argument is not well taken. All three of the Hill requirements are present here. Young has bona fide privacy interest in his financial records. His expectation of privacy is reasonable, and the requested intrusion is serious. See Williams. With regard to the first requirement in his untimely opposition, Knight concedes that Young has a private interest in his financial affairs, indeed, as explained. And so it just goes into the legal arguments about Hill, right? And then it shows that Suge Knight failed to identify any need for the requested records. And I get why his lawyers wouldn't want to argue why they wanted the thing. What their theory was is to protect their theory and trial strategy from the government until it hits them at trial. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to let them know which way we coming until they got to know, because that gives them more time to prepare for or look for a defense against that, a way to shut that down. You know what I'm saying? So I get why he didn't want to do it, but they're saying that the law still requires it because it's constitutionally prepared. Young arranged for 7 individuals to assault Knight, right? So it says that specifically, Knight asserts that Young arranged for several individuals to assault Knight From this absurd allegation, Knight argues that his claim of self-defense requires the disclosure of Young's constitutionally protected financial record. However, the declaration submitted in support of the subpoena and Knight's untimely opposition failed to supply any facts connected to requested record to any issue that is material to Knight's claim of self-defense. As explained in Young's motion and unrebutted by Knight to prevail on the claim of self-defense, Knight must prove that when he drove over Terry Carter and Cleve Sloan, he was acting out of fear alone and not out of a desire to harm Carter or Sloan. Ain't that crazy that they made the burden of proof on him to prove that he did it out of fear alone and not a desire to harm Carter or Sloan? You got to prove. So the burden of proof shifts to you. Guilty until you prove innocent that it was a manslaughter or self-defense. Knight's claim of materiality fails because there is no nexus between any of the requested records and Knight's state of mind on January 29, 2015. Indeed, Knight offers no explanation of how information that was unknown to Knight at the time he ran over Carter and Sloan affected his mental state. Knight's claim of materiality also fails because Knight's defamatory allegations against Young are not based on specific facts, but rather by unsupported conclusions and double hearsay. Both Knight and Moore rely on statements purportedly made by Dwayne Johnson and told to Kenny Shepard. Okay, the self-serving conclusions and double hearsay statements in the Knight and Moore declarations are the only information offered by Knight in support of the alleged scheme and are inherently unreliable. How are they inherently unreliable? This is crazy. This is the nigga that got the check from Dr. Dre, Dwayne Johnson. Bro, look at this. Bang that like button.
Yeah, that's a definite lineup. That's a definite lineup. It's nasty
This
work,
is
man.
crazy, bro. We finna go back to that thing real quick. Dutch a million, salute. This is nasty work, bro. Let me stop sharing this and go back. Damn. They saying that the dude who got the damn check, Dwayne Johnson, is not credible. So Dwayne Johnson is telling them, what Suge is telling them, hey, look, Dwayne Johnson is the one that got the check. He's telling y'all what he got the check for. He's telling y'all what happened, right? And they said he's not credible, bro. Wow.
I don't get that, because if he was in an audit and stuff, like even when if Andre was in the audit and stuff, guess what? Them records gonna be revealed because they want to see every penny where it went. So I don't understand why they're calling it a financial violation of financial constitution when they actually subpoena people's medical financial records for criminal cases.
Right.
So I don't get that.
Yeah, bro, you right. They owe Suge for that movie. They didn't want to pay. Yeah, that's crazy. Dwayne Johnson is The Rock's name from WWE. Yeah, but this is crazy. Happy New Year's. But they saying that this dude is not credible. This dude is trying to come forward and tell them how he got $20,000 for security, and they're saying, "Oh, that's hearsay." How you gonna say that's hearsay when he got this? And now we got this check. Now I know how Suge got this check because the nigga told him he got proof that he got the 20,000. So Suge is saying, "Look, here's the check. This is the dude that told me what it was about, and that Dre and Jimmy Iovine put this together for these reasons, et cetera, et cetera." And the court says that those people are not credible. This is the lineup, nigga. That's how a nigga. Okay, so and then it says, And it wasn't just him, it was also John Moore, right? Conversation reflected in the addendum does not mention Young or Johnson, let alone suggest that either man was complicit in the scheme to harm Knight. Indeed, one of the statements attributed to Sloan expressly disclaimed the existence of any plan. So why are you guys denying that there was a plan from Dr. Dre? Wasn't no plan or nothing. See addendum to declaration of John Moore. Absent some corroboration, neither the alleged check nor the identity of the account holders are competent evidence of any agreement to harm Knight. And it bears repeating that neither record speaks to Knight's mental state. Knight proved that disclosure of Young's personal financial is unnecessary. Amos Lauder, attorney for Andre Young. So this is a motion by Dr. Dre because he didn't want to disclose his records. And the reason he didn't want to disclose his records was because of what we just found out. So real quick, we finna get up out of here. It's finna be New Year's in another hour in New York. And I'm finna be upstairs with the family. But in California, a death caused by driving usually would not be charged as involuntary manslaughter under Penal Code subsection 192B, because 192B explicitly says it shall not apply to acts committed in the driving of a vehicle. So in the scenario you described, trying to escape an ambush and accidentally running someone over, the legal buckets typically look more like this. You might have no homicide liability, an excusable or justifiable homicide. If you were doing a lawful act in a lawful way, using usual, ordinary caution, and the death was a true accident, California recognizes excusable homicide by accident, jury instruction concept. And if underlying use of force was justified self-defense, reasonable belief of imminent death, GBI, no more force than necessary, that can also defeat guilt. So there's different thoughts in the Suge case. You say jurors can believe that there was a gun there, as Ayatollah Marv testified to in saying that he picked up, and Suge seen that and thought this dude was trying to line him up and kill him. Or they could believe, well, we don't have no evidence to prove that there was a gun. In any event, it comes down to Suge's mentality. It was his belief of imminent death or great bodily injury. The man is already hitting him. He believes he's seen a gun, whether it was a gun or not. And he's trying to get up out of there. So essentially, it should have been an excusable or justified homicide. Even if you were fleeing a real attack, the prosecution will focus on whether your driving still showed negligence, especially criminal or gross negligence versus reasonable emergency driving. If there was negligence, the charge is usually vehicular manslaughter, PC 192, that covers death caused by driving. With gross negligence, right? Without gross negligence, could be a misdemeanor or felony, depending on how it was charged. Then could it still be involuntary manslaughter? Okay, so they said it couldn't be involuntary manslaughter because they don't use that for anything driving, right? Was fleeing by car reasonable and necessary under the threat? Let me ask y'all, we finna make this question, right? Bang that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? We finna bang that like button. The feds want to know how you got 20,000 all of a sudden too. That would make them audit them, right? Big
But
Brick,
that's what I want to know.
Uncredited role deleted out of Straight Outta, where he was a bouncer at a club, but it was scrapped from the field. Whoa, look at this. I read something that said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was in an uncredited role in a deleted scene of Straight Outta Compton, where he was a bouncer at a club, but it was scrapped from the film. Nah, that was a lie. They were probably talking about this dude trying to justify. Where did you hear that, Big Brick? 84, could you please send me that link? Because I'm quite sure it's going to be MTV or one of these platforms Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre control. I always wondered if that check was Dre paying The Rock for his appearance in the film, even though they deleted the scene from the final cut. Nah, it wasn't The Rock, bro. This is a different Dwayne. This Dwayne is Johnson is the one that lives across the street where the thing happened with Suge Knight, bro. He lived right there across from Tan Burgers. Happy New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thinking it's the Rock. Look what the Rock is cooking. My baby mama got an involuntary manslaughter, ran a man over working on his car. She got a 90-day work release. Right. Wack was around this time, right? Yep. If so, then how he know I ain't told him more? I thought he said he didn't. Right. Bird, though, where you been, bro? Salute. Hey there, Bird. Happy New Year. Sorry if you don't celebrate. Makes sense, Lou. I heard of that too. Can't you look up deleted scenes? Ha ha ha. I couldn't call it now. I'll try to find it and catch you on another live, man. I appreciate that, man, because this is really not for me. This is for Suge, man, because it looked like they not only stole his company from him, they made sure they buried this man and got him up out of there because they feared this man. You know what I'm saying? And it's really messed up. Let me see. How much does what's the max time? And we finna be going after this question. What's the max sentence for gross negligence homicide? Unintentional. So we finna answer this question because I think that's what he should have got. Unintentional gross negligent homicide. And we really might have to start a campaign for old Suge, man. Because it seemed like everybody else forgot about him. He done fed and got all of these people out of their fucked up deal. The only one fighting against the small hats. All these other niggas was buying down to him, taking dick from him, and all kind of other weird shit. You know what I'm saying? He fight for him. And then these niggas sell out and take some crumbs, $20,000 to get them out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up when you. I know he feel like so unappreciated. All of these people, and then how many of them is looking out? Mary J, have you checked in on them? Jodeci, have you checked in on them? Snoop Dogg, Daz, have you checked in on them? I know Corrupt did. I linked him in Corrupt. I gave him Corrupt number, and I know Corrupt checked on him. In California, the max sentence depends on which homicide statute you mean by gross negligence. Vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence, non-DUI, is 6 years maximum. Gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated is 10 years. He wasn't drunk or high. Involuntary manslaughter, non-vehicle situations is a max 4 years. So at the most, he should have got 6 years. They made this man take a deal for 28, bro. Hey, Suge, don't even worry about it, bro. You've been rocking with me. You've been keeping it a buck with me. We finna get this bag. Hashtag free Suge. You know what I'm saying? We finna get this bag, and we finna start a campaign and really take a deep dive into all of the shit that happened with Death Row, from how he was, they took his masters, they took his building while he was in jail. That was Reggie wrong. And we're going to talk about how they first go hit you in your pocket, then they targeted all of his closest associates. Montreal, Heron, all of these dudes that was riding for him, they weakened them. So they weaken them economically, they weaken them militarily, and then he was shot multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly sick when he got shot. So free Suge, we gonna get to it. Southern Force, bro, thanks for tapping in. You want to say something before we go, man? This is nasty.
Oh yeah, man. I'm just because I remember, we used to pay people security for our venues and stuff for our local artists and stuff in Dallas. And never in my life we paid a security officer $25K for not even 24 hours, but a few hours. The math ain't mathing, man. And everything that's done in the dark is coming to the light. Salute to Suge, salute to Big U. Free both of them men. Let's get them back into the community, and let's get these weak ass busters off of the community, man. Right. This is another amazing DAMU KIWE conversation, man.
Hey, we out.